Take a moment and get comfortable. Just tune in to any emotions that you might be carrying that feel heavy or overwhelming. Just notice what emotions come up and just jot it down on a piece of paper, make a mental note of it, maybe the most strong emotion. And also rate it 0 to 10. So 0 is not feeling it at all, 10 is it's really, really strong. Just because we're going to track that. And I want you to also tune into where do you feel that in your body? Where does that emotion sit in your body and how does it feel? If you can even describe the sensation that's showing up in the body, and also how intense is that sensation showing up, 0 to 10. And just jot that down to track it as well. And I want you to know that you can change any words that I say. Any words I say are just suggestions, so you can always change them when you're doing this on your own to just match whatever feels right for you. And so, just taking full responsibility for your own well-being, I invite you to tap along. And so, start on the karate chop point, and you can do either hand. I'm sorry, I have an itch. And just repeat after me. Even though I feel like I'm holding emotions that aren't mine, I choose to hold myself in compassion. Even though I've been carrying the weight of the emotions of others, I acknowledge what's coming up for me. And I also acknowledge that I've been doing the best I can. Even though I've blurred the lines between my emotions and others, I choose to reconnect with my truth. Top of the head. I'm holding on to emotions that don't feel like mine. I've taken on other people's stress, fear, and expectations. I've relied on others to dictate my actions and emotions. It's heavy and I feel overwhelmed. I don't know what's mine and what's theirs. I feel responsible for their emotions. I've absorbed their stress and pain. But maybe I don't have to carry this anymore. I've lost sight of my own emotional needs. I'm scared to speak up about what I need. It's affecting my own well-being. I don't want to hurt or disappoint others. I feel responsible for how they feel. I'm trying everything I can do to make them happy. My worth is dependent on making them happy. I just want to maintain the peace. And even though I've taken on these emotions, I am open to releasing what isn't mine. Even though I've felt responsible for others' emotions. I might be willing to give myself permission to let go. Even though I've carried their emotional burden, I hold myself in compassion anyway. Top of the head. I'm ready to release what isn't mine. I give myself permission to let go of their emotions. What if I don't need to fix or carry their feelings? I might be willing to release this weight that doesn't belong to me. I'm open to freeing myself from their stress, guilt, and fear. I release the need to take responsibility for their emotions. I am open and curious to knowing more about letting go of what's not mine. I might be willing to let go of everything that doesn't serve me. Even though I've been disconnected from my own emotions, I choose to reconnect with what's mine. Even though I've blurred my emotional boundaries, I'm ready to own my emotions and trust myself. Even though it's been hard to tell the difference between my feelings and others, I choose to trust my ability to reconnect with my emotional truth. I choose to own my emotions. I am responsible for how I feel, and only how I feel. I trust my emotions and honor my feelings. I'm allowed to feel my emotions without taking on others. I am learning to be in control of my emotional boundaries. I own my emotions and release what isn't mine. I might be open to trusting myself to manage my feelings with love and compassion. I honor my emotions and allow others to own theirs. Even though I've taken on too much, I choose emotional freedom now. Even though I've carried others' emotional baggage, I reclaim my emotional space. Even though I've struggled to separate my emotions from others, I'm stepping into emotional freedom. I choose emotional freedom. I reclaim my emotional space and power. I no longer need to carry anyone else's emotions. I honor my boundaries and my emotional independence. I let go of what's mine and embrace my own feelings. I am emotionally free and empowered. I trust myself to navigate my emotions with clarity. I choose emotional freedom and release what isn't mine. What would it feel like to not take on their energy? Take a deep breath in and release. And just notice how your body feels now compared to when you started. Check back to that emotion, see if that number has moved. And check back to that sensation in the body, see if that's moved. And if it has, but it hasn't moved all the way, then you can do this again. Just repeat. And thank you so much for joining me. And to connect for more tapping opportunities with me, you can go to my website, taprooteft.com.